Hello and welcome back to Premier League Predictions, the show which does what it says on the tin. We're here to predict Game Week 17 of the 23-24 Premier League season. A good campaign it's been so far, Harry.
It has been. I've really enjoyed it so far. I think it's been absolutely incredible. We're only 17 game weeks in, and we've got a massive title race on our hands.
We do. We've got a very exciting title race. About 4 or 5 teams in it right now. Anyone could win it. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into predictions. Let's see who's going to come out on top after another exciting weekend of action. So we've got a Friday night game. We always love a Friday night FPL deadline that everyone forgets about. But we have got an exciting game. It's Nottingham Forest versus Tottenham. Two sides have had very different campaigns. Tottenham started really strong and then fell off a cliff. Nottingham Forest fell off a cliff at the start of the season and haven't got back up onto the cliff. So both having a difficult time of it at the moment. Tottenham have done quite well recently, though. Last time out against Newcastle, a very impressive 3-0 win given their depleted squad. As for Forest, I couldn't tell you the last time they beat anyone convincingly. So this should be a foregone conclusion. But could Forest put up a bit of fight in the knowledge that if they don't, Steve Cooper is likely to be gone?
I think they're not going to do that. I think Tottenham should be absolutely fine. They picked up a much needed 3 points against Newcastle last weekend. I think they'll do exactly the same here. 2-0 to Spurs with goals from Heung-min Son and Richarlison.
I like it. I will say 3-1 Tottenham, and I will go for a Son goal, a Bentancur. Is he injured? Yeah, I don't know. If he is, then he's not going to score, but if he isn't, he will score. So I'll go Bentancur. If he isn't there, I'll say, I can only think of injured players. Oliver Skip. And then I'll go...
Isn't he injured?
Brennan Johnson. Is he? Oh, not Oliver Skip. What a travesty.
You named 4 anyway.
Yeah, so there's enough players, so someone's going to score. For Nottingham Forest, I will say Ola Aina, because I think he's fit, so he'll score from right back.
Why?
Don't know, just have a feeling. On to the Saturday then, and we have no 12:30 kickoff. Don't know why. No idea what TNT are doing this weekend, but they're not there. So, no 12:30, straight to the 3 o'clocks. First off, a relegation scrap between Bournemouth and Luton Town. Now, I say a relegation scrap, but Bournemouth in recent weeks look more like title challengers. They've been very impressive. If you want to know why that is, go check out our video from Wednesday. We basically waxed lyrical about Anthony Areola for 12 minutes. So, go check that out. So they've done very well. They're playing Luton Town side who have also put up a good fight against the big sides, but haven't really got the results over the line. A good fight against both Arsenal and Man City over the last week, but they've got nothing from it, so it doesn't really count for much. Can they get something away at Bournemouth here, or are Bournemouth simply too good at the minute?
I mean, we know it's from both sides. Part of the bus, part of the pass, Luton Town versus some Areola wacky football that is working at the moment. Yeah. So I will go 2-0 to the Cherries at home. I think Dom Solanke with the first one, and then the second one will be scored by Marcus Tavernier, who had a brilliant game against Manchester United. Yeah.
You've got a very interesting game this should be. Bournemouth obviously with their hybrid pressing, Luton Town depressing. So which one could come on top? I actually think Luton could get something from this, so I will go for a draw. I'll say Bournemouth 1, Luton 1. I think it'll be Ryan Christie for Bournemouth, because I've been very impressed with what he's been doing recently, but hasn't really got amongst the goals since most of Bournemouth's goals come on the counter. I don't think you can counter Luton Town, though, because they don't attack very often. When they do, they're on the counter. So I think that Bournemouth will score first, Ryan Christie, because I think Bournemouth have a lot of the ball here. And then I will say Luton Town to score on the break with Elijah Adebayo. All 6'4" of him will head it in, and he will go in the net as well. It'll be a little bundling home as the ball goes in the air, and he just carries it over the line with him. So yeah, a nice point there for Luton. A bit of a disappointing draw for Bournemouth. Up next, 2 relegation scrapping teams. It's Chelsea versus Sheffield United. Chelsea, a very difficult campaign so far, but they shouldn't really have any issues here. If they do, then they may have to consider folding the club. As for Sheffield United, well, they've changed manager, but they haven't changed any of their squad, so they're still not very good at football. So, who will come out on top? Will it be the £2 billion side that still needs improvements, in the words of Pochettino, or a Sheffield United team who cost, I think, negative $2 billion? What do you think, Harry?
I think the only way I lose my straw with Chelsea is if we lose this game. Like, honestly, I'm at the end, and the only thing that will push me off the edge, end of my tether, and the only thing that will push me off the edge is if we lose to Sheffield United.
Yeah.
So I think Chelsea will win. I'll go 2-0 to the Blues. A goal from, oh my God, Enzo from the penalty spot. and a Sterling free kick.
Fair enough. I will say Chelsea 5, Sheffield United 0, because it needs to happen. And I will say a Cole Palmer brace, an Armando Broja goal, an Enzo Fernandez goal, and a Mark Cucurella backwards header into the back of the net. Yeah, it is. It is happening. Chelsea 5, Sheffield United 0. There's the bold prediction for the week.
Coleman knew one 2 weeks ago.
Mark Cucurella? No, he was on the other side with Colwill.
Oh, well, what's
Rashford had kept out the goal. It was Garnacho. No, he didn't. Garnacho was marked out the game.
You've seen the pictures where Cucurella's gone to the outside and Garnacho just walked inside.
No, that didn't happen. Anyway, up next, another 3 o'clock kickoff. It's Manchester City versus Crystal Palace. Man City may be without talisman Erling Haaland, but as long as they have the defensive midfielder in Rodri, they should be all right. As for Crystal Palace, well, they've been a defensive mess this season, and a lot of people calling on Roy Hodgson's time to be called short, and I have to say I don't really disagree. I think he is a bit of a dinosaur, but can he? He's going to kick off like that. Can he prove everyone wrong and get a point or 3 points away at Pep Guardiola's Man City? Or will Man City really dig the knife into the back of Roy Hodgson?
Sometimes you have to be bold making predictions. I'm going to refer to this game. I'm getting a bit of a fuck it feeling off this game. 1-0 Palace.
No.
Roy Hodgson is going to put off a masterclass against Pep Guardiola, completely outfox him, and it will be a John Philippe Mateta header.
Yeah.
Assist by Joel Ward.
Brilliant. So realistic. I will say Man City 3, Palace 1. Be that sort of game where, you know, you're a bit annoyed on all fronts for FPL because there's no Haaland, and even if he does play, he's not going to score. And they've still not kept a clean sheet. So everyone who's got City assets going to be annoyed, especially when the goals come from Rico Lewis, Mateo Kovacic, and who else has nobody got? Bernardo Silva. As for Palace's goal, it'll come from, again, someone who nobody has. And I will say, I was going to say Cheikh Decore, but he's injured. So I will go, just James McArthur still play football? I'm not sure. So I will say Odson Edouard.
He's injured.
Is he? How is it? Is there anyone playing for
Palace
Palace
anymore?
anymore?
Because Mateta isn't playing, and Edouard's doing well.
Yeah, I don't know then. I'll go. I'm not saying Jean-Philippe Mateta, so I'm going to have to go. Genuinely, who plays midfield for Palace right now? Jefferson Lerma. There we go. He's there. He'll score. Not sure how. Maybe he'll...
I don't know.
He's got to.
I don't know who plays for Palace.
He would walk into that Palace team, surely. There we go.
There.
Yeah, I don't know how that
happens. I can do the whole defence.
Yeah, obviously I know that Mitchell, Anderson, Gay, but people have them in their FPL teams and will go someone rogue. So there we go.
Suspended.
Jefferson Lerma goal. Up next, what has a potential to be the best game of the game week? It's Newcastle United versus Fulham. Now, you might hear that and go, oh, what a boring game. But Newcastle, they've been on a little bit of a difficult run recently. A 3-0 defeat to Tottenham at the weekend. And they play a Fulham side who are basically prime Barcelona. So, can Fulham make it 3 consecutive 5-0 victories? Or will Newcastle set the record straight and get back to winning ways? What do you think, Harry?
I'm going for I would compare Alex Iwobi right now to a young Lionel Messi.
Young? I'd say the prime Lionel Messi. If you watch Alex Iwobi, it's amazing.
Newcastle 3, Fulham 2. I think Iwobi will score, Jimenez will score for Fulham, but Newcastle will get goals through Isak, Gordon, and not Trippier because he's suspended. Miley.
Love it, love it, love it.
Lewis Miley, not Miley Cyrus.
Is it Lewis? It is Lewis, yeah. Fair enough. I think Newcastle are going to have a European hangover. Either they're going to be so happy after the Milan result, because we've not seen the game yet, so happy after the Milan result that they basically just get pissed, or they're going to be so depressed they drown their sorrows after being knocked out of all European competitions. So we'll see how it goes. I will say they'll still not be in the right frame of mind to play on Saturday, and it'll be Fulham 3, Newcastle 1. Because if you don't believe in the Cottagers now, you're never going to. And they're going to get another win here because they're incredible at football. I would say Newcastle's goal will be through Alexander Isak, because I'm probably going to sell him in FPL. And he's not done anything while he's been in my team, so he will when I sell him. And for Fulham, I'm going to go Raul Jimenez 1 goal. I will say Harry Wilson, if Willian is injured, if not Willian. And then I will, of course, say Alex Iwobi to get the 3rd. I think it's going to be an overhead kick from Iwobi, and everyone's going to go mental. Just like the world will snap in half, because that can't happen. And Fulham are basically incredible. So there we go, 3-1 Fulham. Up next, an exciting 5:30 kickoff between the Dyche Derby. It's Burnley versus Everton. Obviously, Burnley, a difficult campaign so far, a little bit of turmoil in company's first Premier League season, but they could get things back on track with a game against their former manager. Everton, well, they've done well to climb out of the relegation zone despite a 10-point deduction. Actually, without that points deduction, they'd find themselves 10th in the league right now. So, yeah, not bad football from Everton this season. They've done quite well. Can they keep the good times rolling, or will Dyche be thwarted by his former side away from home?
I think this might possibly be one of the worst games of football ever.
Yeah,
the highlight will be
definitely.
that Adlo Corre is looking like the best footer in the world right now. I'll go 1-11, Doucouré to score, Borefest.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be much better than that. I will say 2-1 Everton. I think all the goals are going to be really bad. I think that the first goal will come through a deep free kick, not a deep free kick, but a sort of a wide free kick that just gets lumped into the box. Tarkowski's going to head it onto the bar. It's going to bounce down to Lewis Dobbin, and he's going to knee it home. Then Burnley will fall to Zeki Amdouni, who takes a strike. It will deflect off 2 Everton players and go sailing past Jordan Pickford, who will punch the ground in anger.
Yeah.
And then Everton will get a winner because corner goes in. Dar O'Shea tries to deal with it at the near post, but he flicks it to the back of his own net instead, and Everton win. And everyone will go, well, that was the worst thing I watched. Ever get the 3 points. Sad times for Company and Burnley.
Yeah.
On to the Sunday then, and a lot more exciting matches here. The first of which is Arsenal versus Brighton. This is quite an exciting game, I think. Arsenal obviously second in the league. A disappointing result against Aston Villa last time out. They'll be hoping to get their games back on track, get some wins, because they need them to potentially go ahead to Liverpool, depending on the result in the 4:30 games. So they're going to get a win. Brighton, it's been a really patchy season for Brighton. They either turn up playing the prime De Zerbi ball, everyone's passing it really well, their shape's incredible, or they look incredibly beatable and they've just pushovers. So what do you expect from this game?
Yeah, Arsenal lost to Villa last weekend, draw in the midweek? Yeah, it was, to PSV.
Yeah, a bit of a lackluster game.
I think they'll bounce back here with a 2-0 win over Brighton, who would have had to play on Thursday night.
Yeah.
So I will go a goal from Bukayo Saka because he always plays football, and a goal from Declan Rice.
Yeah, it feels like no matter how bad Arsenal play, they always get away with it. Like Luton, they were not very good in that game, and they still got the 3 points there. So I think they'll play pretty meh. I think Brighton will go 1-0 up, and it'll be through João Pedro. Then Arsenal will get 2 goals, one through Gabriel Martinelli and one through Fabio Vieira. And then Brighton will level it through Josh Hinchelwood, who thinks he's got the win in the 88th minute.
Yeah. And
then Arsenal will get a late win, a 96th minute from a corner. I was going to say Rob Holding. Is he still there?
No.
No, that is a shame.
Maybe. Yeah, he is.
Is he? Will he come on? Jakob Kiwior? Is he fit? I'll go Gabriel. That's a safe one, isn't it? He's probably going to play. I'll go Gabriel with a late winner, 3-2 Arsenal, and everyone goes, oh, they're going to win the league, and then 2 hours later, they're not going to win the league anymore. But, yeah, so I'll go comfy for Arsenal. Not comfy for Arsenal, nervy for Arsenal, but they'll get 3 points over the line. 3-2 Arsenal. Then, on to the next game. Further teams who have European fixtures, so they've been moved to Sunday. It's Brentford versus Aston Villa. Brentford, it's been a really difficult campaign for them so far. They've been marred by injuries, and obviously Tony's suspension is that cloud overhanging their entire season. And overall, there's just not really been much consistency there for Brentford. They play Aston Villa side, who are the most consistent team in the league, other than when they play Nottingham Forest. And overall, probably one of the best teams in the league right now. So a very difficult game for Brentford. Villa, though, don't like travelling. They're not very good on the road. But can they win here against Brentford?
Yeah, I think they'll be all right. They look unbeatable at the present, and I think it will be the 2 former Brentford men, are Ezri Konsa and Ollie Watkins, to get another big 3 points for this Unai Emery super team.
Love it. I will say 1-0 Villa. It's going to be Big John McGinn again. And I think everyone's going to start comparing him to Zinedine Zidane because he is incredible at football. Very good. Yeah, you already got posters of him on your wall. Fair enough. Up next then, and it's the final game we're going to predict here, but don't go anywhere because it's a really good one. West Ham versus Wolves. West Ham, they've had a really weird season. They beat loads of teams they shouldn't beat. They lose to ones they should lose to. Every West Ham game is incredibly boring to watch. And they play a Wolves side here whose most interesting thing this season is that Johnny has been beating up under-21s in training, smashing up TVs and spitting in coaches' faces. So a lot of stuff going on at Wolves right now. Saw that this morning. It was like, what else going on there? The only other thing I've seen from Wolves this season is that Hwang is apparently the second coming of Jesus Christ, and Gary O'Neill isn't a massive fan of VAR. So what that's going to say about this game, I'm not sure. But Harry, throw out some numbers. How is this going to pan out?
West Ham lost 5-0 to Fulham.
Yeah, well, so to be fair,
the only reason
Fulham are prime
the
bastards.
only reason we think it's going to happen here is if we won the West Ham for a James Ward-Prowse free kick.
Of course, that is so logical.
And Johnny took his head for a TV.
Well, he's not allowed anyway in the first team anymore because he tried to beat up another. He was thinking off the first team down to the 21s, trying to beat up a striker. Then he got hauled off and smashed up a telly. So, yeah, what an eventful day for Wolves. I think it will be 1-0 Wolves. Hwang will score. And then he'll do a celebration where he pretends to beat up a TV. And then it'll go viral. And, yeah, he's just incredible form. He's on 8 goals. Don't know how. Love it, though.
That's actually really good.
He's only 6 off Haaland. If he keeps going, Haaland doesn't play again till after Christmas, apparently. So, lovely days.
Rubbish.
Well, he doesn't play next week, definitely, because they've got no game. And Qatar, I think, or the US. I don't know where it's being played. And then this weekend he might not be fit. So, who knows? Anyway, final game of the game week, Liverpool versus Manchester United. We cannot predict it here. Why is that, Harry?
Because we are live!
Oh, well, confetti cannons are going off. We are live. Very exciting times. Liverpool versus Manchester United. It's going to be a good one. We don't tend to predict these ones, but if anyone's predicting single-digit scores for Liverpool, you are wrong. We will see you on Sunday for that. In the meantime, if you want to join us on the Women's Channel on Saturday, we are live for Arsenal. Tottenham should be a good one. Other than that, not sure there is anything to say. So that is everything. Join us for that. Next week, we've got EFL Cup action on Tuesday as well. So tune in there. It's Chelsea versus Newcastle on Tuesday. It's just me in the studio. Harry is skiving. So just want to watch show. So fair enough. But yeah, come join for that. Join us Sunday as well. That's everything on this game week, though. Comment your predictions below. Get involved. That's everything from us. So thank you guys very, very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.